Guess what? We're going to take you on a journey to see what has been accomplished with these wonderful people, this wonderful piece of property. To start off with, this is a piece of property that they purchased for a really good price. And it has bluff line behind it. If you pan down there, it's the War Eagle River there. It has used to be a county line road that ran alongside the river, and now it's been stopped and it's just private property. And they purchased this on the premise they didn't know if they were going to keep the house or not. Well, let's look and see what they've done with our help into making it their kind of place. So first, you pull up and you see a shed that it did not look like that. It had painted dark brown plywood that was deteriorated in places and kind of rough looking. And we put the same kind of siding, which is the privacy fence pickets, they call it, 6 foot long, and to mimic what was that on the house to begin with. At one point we were talking about log siding, and they decided to stay with this and then later stain it after they pressure wash it. So we did that. We put a window in, we put the metal roof on, we put the gutter on, and we ran new 200 amp service over to the house. Had to dig it into a lot of rock, and then we built a deck with composite material on top, but 2x6 pressure treated underneath, and this has kind of transpired into what they felt this is what we'd like to do. Now behind that wall over there, this used to be 2 water storage containers, and it was up high. The location of the window was different. There was 2 windows here, and we made 1. And behind this wall is a new mini split with 3 heads inside Pioneer, and that little area right there is for hiding the copper lines that are covered with white insulation. So all this was redone, and then this to your right here was a screened in room, had no windows in it, and we put the windows in like they wanted. We put skirting underneath, and this is going to be a flower bed right here. And that drain line from the air conditioner on this side, it actually pumps out from the 3 heads on the inside, ends up draining into the water bed. So this is some of the things. Then also we put the same kind of siding on this area that was not there. Mind you, it was just a screened-in room. Perhaps we can get some pictures of what it looked like before by taking it out of a video that we had before. And then we go around here. Oh, we put a shut-off over there so they shut the whole house off. But we also put one on the inside. Going up here, we put 5-inch steps, so they're not 5.5-inch steps, so they're not difficult to get up and walk through. Again, we put in these windows, this door, these panels for light to come through and into the windows. We did that over here also. There was different size windows. We put in larger. There was a bay window here. All the old windows had lost their charge and were cladding up on the inside. And now we have new windows. Then we put a staircase here. Added a window here. Put a new window there. Because the piers that support this part of the house stuck out, we added a 2x6 and put skirting on. And then we went down here. Today we'll be finishing up, but we put a door here and a door there, new windows, and another 8-foot by 22-foot long deck with a staircase inside with composite cover. and we'll be skirting that today. And let's go through the side door and go through the house. This goes into a bedroom. We put the outlets here so that they can have power on the back deck. There's also a fake deer skull made out of plastic and foam. By the way, we made shutters the size of the windows, and they have taken those to stain them green and put them on the sides of the windows down through the front. But as we stepped inside, nice storm door. This is was, like I say, a screened-in room. It had one outlet over here up high and had a light right there, which we changed that light, and we added this light, and then we added probably 7 more outlets in here. And this is all enclosed with diamond coat, which is already painted and ready to go, and put it up with that batten strip type.
And we insulated it.
Oh yes, and all this was insulated. Underneath this floor, we put foam insulation by their order, and then we put foil tape over all the edges to seal it in so the air doesn't blow up through the old deck. And this area, although not heated and cooled, which it could be, we have got it where it will stay less invaded by the outdoor area. And what he talks about is taking naps out here. And we go through a brand new door that we put in. Let's see. Put a dimmer on that light out there. And we also put a dimmer on this light. Which is fake antlers. We took off paneling on this wall, put drywall, finished it, textured it, painted it. Then we put wood trim around the windows and around the top of the ceiling. And we took off a wall of wood, pine wood like that, and put drywall here to get more brightness in. And then we put the trim again up there and below, sealed all the cracks in the wall, and put foam, valley foam up there to seal up so it won't be easy access for insects and so on. Pan over that way. We did not do this floor. This was already here and they decided to keep it. We did put a skylight here. So we could literally have light even though the light was not on. This is one of the 3 heads for that Pioneer. Oh, he's going to show you. You have a light. And this is a really rainy, overcast day. You get a lot of light. Plus you get light in through those opaque metal roof panels that let light in through the windows. So they really put some thought to this. Let me turn that light back on. And then they have a pool table, slate pool table. It's very heavy. And they wanted to put they wanted to move the location of the pool table, so we had to change the location of the light, which the fan was over there, and the pool table was over there. So we moved it over. It has the switches that are on it and a switch over here, but this other switch are those lights there. They are also dimmable also. So you can play pool here. Again, the drywall up against the stone, sealed up, and then we put trim on the drywall walls. The reason we had to move this pool table, because we added a bathroom, a half bath. So the pool table had to be moved, the pinball machine had to be moved, which is a 70s Delta Queen pinball machine. Beautiful thing. bathroom is right here. Inside here, we brought in a toilet and all the plumbing for a sink. Real nice vanity cabinet, lights, new door, drywall, textured, painted.
Outlets.
Have outlets in here, switches. Then we went into this bedroom. We put new floor covering on it. Took off the what was exterior siding and hung drywall on it. Finished it, textured it, painted. Put the trim on it. Put in, the door back after we redid. We put in an exterior door. We showed you from the outside. The new windows in the location of where those old windows were. And they're dressing it up kind of Western style. And if you look back at the legs on the pool table, they kind of lend itself to a rustic look. Then this area here was down about this low. So you kind of almost had to duck to go in. So we raised the opening up and widened the opening so there's a bigger expanse. There's another head for the air conditioning heat. All of those have remotes for them. Each remote will work on any of the three heads. We put in the flooring here over the top of red, white, and blue ceramic tile, 1x1 tile. Instead of taking it all up, we put this over the top of. And we hung drywall and insulated the walls, installed new electrical, a much wider window, new cabinets, changed the plumbing, installed a new sink. The ceiling was here, and kudos to the guy, he did a good job. This is the old home place. So now I'm going to tell you something. See how low this ceiling is? This is a mobile home. This house started out as a 12 wide mobile home. Gives you ideas, doesn't it? You can take that mobile home, move it to another level. And this is what they've done. This is fantastic. Just the beginning of what it's going to look like. Dining area. We put in a new door. We put in the beadboard. They went ahead and painted. They're going to touch it all up. We put all the trim in here.
This door.
The new door and storm door outside. I guess we can take a look on the back side of this. So it goes down. You can see where we put in new windows and new siding. Pan up to your left, play, and see the bluff line. They're talking about dressing this all up, cutting the trees out that are falling. Talked about at some point putting lights up on the bluff line, changing colors of the bluff line at night. And there's a waterfall, wet weather waterfall over the hill over there, and they want to get a path over that way and put a table where you can sit there and look at the pool next to that's below the waterfall. And this is the back side of the house. You can see it from all the windows. You can see the bluff line. So it's really neat. And let's go inside again. And then we'll go into the master bedroom, which we had put in larger door. This was a storage room, but I think it was always intended to be the master bedroom. They put this bed they got for a really good price. We put in the closet, all the drywall, insulation. There was a door over there that went into the porch. We closed that off, and they've got a chest of drawer there. The electrical panel that was added for the 200 amp service was put here. Then we hooked a 100 amp service to this panel, and we put in a closet with mirrored doors to make the room look bigger. So probably when you stand over there, the room looks really big. And if you notice, the third head of that 3-head mini split outside is right here. And all those, we have videos of us installing them so you can see that too. So now we're going to go down the other end. There's the living room. It's a full bath. We had a shower before.
We didn't put that up.
It's still going to be sealed up. They said they can do all the caulking and touch-up paint. They did all the painting of the beadboard. We installed the cabinet, the bathtub, the plumbing, the toilet, changed the shape of the room a little bit.
What's behind that?
Behind this is an on-demand water heater that draws 80 amps, so it'll be all the hot water you can stand.
We also put that ceiling up.
We put a ceiling in above it, yes. There was a regular water heater here and a wall, and we put in that fancy on-demand one, so we had to take it to a 200 amp service. But we put the mirror in, beautiful sink. What used to be a very small bathroom, we took part of that and made it a washer, stackable washer dryer area, and it's ready. Everything's working. We had to bring in electrical for that. And then that bathroom had a wall here. This is actually the end of the mobile home right here. So the rafter of that mobile home is right there. Just took out the wall that was here for a bathroom. This was, you would go in and there was a little tiny sink here and a little tiny shower here. So what we did was made this into a closet, expanded this room, and installed 2 new windows, a new fan. They're going to put in another log cabin-like bed here, and then it opens out onto the deck, which this deck has a view of the bluff line here, and when they clear out, it'll have a view of the river down there. And there's discussion about building a deck down below by the river and maybe even one up by the bluff line with walkways down to it. That'll be done at a later date, I believe. But these fantastic people have made a fantastic place. And I want to tell you, they bought it from the guy who started it, but it started out as a 12 wide by 50 single wide. Brought down here and then added on to, built roof over it, and it's turned into this beautiful place. And I was very happy to be a part of it. But I want to leave with you the thought that you can start with something modest and keep working at it until you get what you want, or something that'll make you happier. Because that's actually what happens, is life happens while we're making other plans. And I hope you have wonderful things happen to you while you're making other plans. See you later.